Welcome back, viewers. Today we're at Uncle Moti's farm, and what we'll be looking at are the characteristics of a great dairy animal. What are some critical areas to focus on in selecting the best animal for your herd? The first thing we look at is the body capacity. When viewed from the side, a cow with deep, long body with wide, well spread ribs is said to have a large body capacity and is associated with milk production. A broad muzzle, if you look at the muzzle of the animal in front of the mouth, where the nose is, I'll try to show you. A broad muzzle is giving me a little problem to hold. We'll eventually get it up. Let me see from front. You see the muzzle. So you want a very broad muzzle. It implies the ability to get the food into her mouth and to chew her food cud effectively. Now, if at least 2 fingers can be placed between the ribs, as you see here, 2 fingers. So what he will attempt to do is put 2 of his fingers between the ribs. Then you will have a clear indication that the animal has great capacity. That's one of the key indicators to this entire process. Now, another area is the functional conformation of the animal. And so, the udder, if you look at the udder, what we call the breast, what you're going to see is that it must be pliable, silky in texture, and we're going there, and sack-like in nature. When viewed from the side, it should not hang below the cow's hock. If you see, he's holding the hock of the cow, but the other is a little up. It should be full and firm, with no hard spot, redness, or swelling. Teeth placement is next in importance. The teeth should be even, medium size, and centrally placed on each quarter of the udder. As you can see clearly here, that's exactly what's happening. It is well placed and it is centrally located. Remember, a teeth that is not working will look much smaller than the other teeth. This is very, very critical, because if we're looking at productive animals, then it is of key importance to consider this factor when it relates to dairy cows. Now, apart from the udder, good feet, if you look at the back, the foot of the animal, good sound feeding is critical, because the cows may have to walk long distances, and so in order to obtain their forage. From a side view, let me show you, the hind leg should be slightly sickle shaped with a steep pastern. And if you could see, there is a sickle shape and the pastern is a little steep. Now, ease, care, management, temperament, and health. Avoid cows that have temperament problems. They tend to be very aggressive, and if they are extremely aggressive, they will tend to butt and cause great harm. Now, when we look at the productivity records, remember that cows should give or come from another mother who has or maintain a 305 days lactation. If you desire a calf from a cow every year, then that should be what your production parameter indicates. Here, this farmer is achieving this every year. He has a calf, and so these are some of the considerations he would put when selecting a dairy animal. Now, last but not least is the dairiness. This is more of a subjective evaluation made on a dairy cow. This has to do with the sharpness across the shoulders. If you look, you will see the shoulders. I'll try to show you from the angle. The cow may not allow me, but you can see the sharpness of the shoulders. And then, instead of being broad and beefy, it's very sharp and narrow. The back should be straight with prominent pin bones. Look at it, you'll see it. A straight back line I try to get the animal in a way you can see the back line. She isn't allowing me. Look, you see a straight back line, very straight back line, with prominent hip bones, as you can see there, and her neck and head should be freely with no stiffness. So if you look, you observe this animal is moving, neck and head, moving very easily, and as such, the tail, another critical consideration. As you look here, you will see the tail of the animal should be thin and fine instead of robust and thick. Now, if you look at the tail, you see it's almost sweeping the ground. That's a clear indication of a good mothering, good animal has good mothering ability and also good milking ability. So here we are, viewers, at Uncle Moti's farm, and I have shown you a very good animal with great milking potentials. Here's Uncle Moti, and so we'd like to thank him for his time. Viewers, like and subscribe to see more.